That's that Chelsea pack. As you can see above me, Arsenal 5, Chelsea 0. Our Premier League aspirations are at least kicking until Sunday. Now, I'm getting my breath back. I'm excited. Now, in many ways, I shouldn't be happy. These men are like 12th, 5-0. Arsenal been doing these kind of results all up and down the country for the last, since the year's kicked off, really and truly. So I shouldn't be excited. But what I will say is, one love to Mikel Arteta. First things first. Clean sheet, 5 goals. Them man there, Benjamin White be on a hat trick. Kai Havertz the same. They're so lucky. Arteta, Trusay Potches, his boy, he didn't let Kai do his thing. On a serious note, Chelsea fans, I don't know what's going on with your club. I don't know what's going on with your players. I don't know what's going on with your manager, but they have to donate their match fee to charity. The manager and the players, you all need to walk back to Southwest London. There's no way in God's green earth you lot should be getting on the coach and wasting petrol and CO2 emissions and all them kind of things there. But for my football club that I support, I'm happy to win. I'm happy to boost the goal difference. I'm happy to get a clean sheet. I'm happy with Benjamin White and obviously, Benjamin White and Kai Havertz to be on a brace. Shout out to Trossard. He loves scoring against Chelsea and he continued that. We did what we needed to do. It's a fantastic day. It was pantomime settings. It felt like watching Soccer Aid, really and truly. It's a shame Saka didn't score. But yeah, man, I'll be honest with you. I'm going to watch the game again because when you score 5 goals, it's very difficult to remember everything in it, really and truly. And let me actually get my notes up, people. But what can I say? It's a big week for us. Banter aside, it's a massive week. We got a London derby, which we faced in Chelsea, which we've obliterated them. Them and they're like 12th. You have to accept cookies on that and that on Google to see where they are. But going into it, Chelsea and Spurs are playing for top 4, but really there's nothing for them to play for other than spoiling the party. So we knew coming into this game, we needed to be professional. And I actually feel, Kai Havertz, you had to get a brace today. You had to bag today because first 30 seconds you could have scored. You could have had another goal and assist generally. We could have scored a lot more goals. Let's be real. There was some isms and schisms in the game, if I'm completely honest. But yeah, first 10 minutes for us, Chelsea, I think Banashile looked all right. Madueke looked okay. Caicedo initially looked all right. Enzo Fernandez got embarrassed in all aspects, whether it was Odegaard, nutmeg, getting weights by Declan Rice, etc., etc. We dealt with them. First things first, I have to credit my defenders for keeping a clean sheet. Listen, Thomas Partey, big performance. I feel Mikel Arteta learned his lessons from the game we played at Stamford Bridge, where Jorginho and Zinchenko, they drowned in that game. Tomiyasu, big performance before the goal started flooding in. Partey, big performance. Everyone, big performance. Kai Havertz and Benjamin White, the fact that they got 2 goals, it's a mad thing. First 10 minutes were ours. First 5 minutes were ours. And it was lovely to goal up. And, at the period it was 1-0, was dominating the game and proceedings. The only way you could see Chelsea getting back into it is I felt we all knew, Arsenal fans, we needed some more goals. We've got the capacity to score more goals. We're having half chances, but we're not really doing what we've been doing this season. There were a couple of opportunities. Saka, maybe Saka knew he was going to win 5-0. He even gave them and a corner. It was crazy from Saka. And there was a moment in the first half, Saliba was doing something mad. Nicholas Jackson ran down the right-hand side of our pitch, their left-hand side, and made something happen. But the only way you could see Chelsea getting back in the game is if we go to sleep, just get excited at 1-0, and keep it moving from there. And I think all Arsenal fans, we got what we wanted. We wanted goals, and we didn't know we'd get 5. My prediction going into the game was 3-1, people. I did feel initially when we scored, it's not that we dropped off or we looked complacent, but I felt we kind of did, if that makes sense, really and truly, if I'm completely honest with you. But generally, from start to finish, we were the dominant side. It's as simple as that. The only way I could see Chelsea getting back in it was us making a mistake or them taking advantage of a half chance with individual brilliance. It wasn't the strongest Chelsea side that they could have put out. They have got injuries and whatnot, but it's appalling from Chelsea. I don't care, because I don't support them, but it's appalling. Them players there should be embarrassed. At half time, I felt generally we were controlling the first half. We had a very good opening exchange, but and it's nice to get an early goal, but simply put, you wanted to get more goals. I think we was allowing Chelsea half/mini chances, and there was occasional lapses in concentration. I can't say the game looked open, because I think Declan Rice bossed it, especially in the build-up to Trossard's goal. I think Partey had a great game in what feels like his first start in a while. I think Odegaard was conducting things and shows why he's the captain, and his form cannot fall off with 4 games left this season, people. I felt we needed to create more. I think ever so slightly in the first half. It's not that I felt we was off the pace, but we did look a bit, not lethargic's not the right word, but couple players look like they played a lot of games this season, if I'm honest with you people. I think the biggest crime is that we haven't scored more goals and we haven't finished our dinner, and we didn't get 5 goals in the first half or look to create that, people. I wouldn't say we were shaky defensively, but I felt at half-time being 1-0 up, there was, pardon me, quote unquote, encouragement for Chelsea. Of course, I thought we'd win, but I couldn't predict what was to come in the second half. But I think there was enough encouragement with Chelsea or their manager Pochettino to sit there and say, you know what, it's only 1-0, lads. There's something in it, if I'm honest. They had 5 shots, none on target, and they only had shots when we was presenting them to them. We had 13 shots in the first half, 3 on target. Bro, we was moving mad. We just needed that to be reflected in the scoreline, and clearly that was a sign to come. Obviously, Benjamin White don't need to watch football when you do what you did. Got us going with the second. You know, Odegaard, fantastic play. Ozil-esque with that goal for Havertz, or to set up Havertz. You know, obviously Martin, Odegaard and Saka started to get up and running. You know, Saka's obviously been involved, and he allowed Kai Havertz to get his second. Kai Havertz didn't want to celebrate for his first. His second, he knew he had to. We got Benny Blanco got the 5th. Most importantly, I'm happy to get 3 points. I'm happy to see these players get a brace. I'm happy to slag off my Chelsea supporting friends. And I'm happy that the title race, at least until the weekend, keeps going. Now, we can't get complacent. We have to be easy and whatnot. Chelsea have been poor this season. They were poor in the game, but they really embarrassed their fans. They'll get no complaints from me, man. We did everything we deserved, man. We were clinical in the second half. And I was wary at halftime, because I would say the Bayern Munich game in the champs, and definitely Aston Villa, the second half, it's been like 2 different, very Arsenal teams, but we remained professional. And one thing I liked, and big up you lot that was part of the watch, you know, Arteta didn't look happy until the 4th or 5th goal went in. Literally the 4th or 5th. Arteta didn't look happy with what he's seeing. So he looked vexed. So I'm happy to get a win. It's a game we should be expected to win. I think Tomiyasu had a boss of a performance. I think Partey had a really encouraging performance. I think Declan Rice did well, especially for his involvement in the first goal. I think Odegaard was amazing. I think the engine room worked, and that's the midfield we want to see on a consistent basis. Would be lovely to see Saka get a goal, but he cooked Cucurella on a couple of occasions. Would have been lovely to see Jesus and Martinelli when they came off the bench and score. Arteta's even bringing on Zinchenko. We don't rate these, man. We just need. I thought he would genuinely bring on Nketiah, Smith Rowe, and obviously Reece Nelson. Big up Fabio Vieira for getting minutes. So it's nice to win. We enjoy tonight. It helps the goal difference. We get a clean sheet. We deserve the performance like this. We were monsters in the second half. You know, we embarrassed their players, you know, but we need to think to Spurs now, because it's going to be a very different encounter. And again, it's a weird one, because I think we just managed the game. I think it felt like when we battered West Ham and Burnley, and that we just maneuvered. We didn't have to be at our best, which is testament to the level of side we are and how we can put teams to the sword. So yeah, Chelsea fans are stressed. We're in jubilation. We enjoy tonight, but come tomorrow we work on the Spurs game. As I said at the beginning, Chelsea players, they need to refund all the traveling fans. They need to give the remaining match day fees or a week's wages or a day's wages to charity. They need to walk home. They need to jog home, because they were absolutely appalling. And the bad times for Chelsea keep continuing. But for us, we keep the title debate going to another day. We hope that Manchester City drop points against Brighton. We knew going into this game, they're a point behind us with a game in hand. You know, Chelsea tried to ruin the party. Hopefully Spurs don't do that on Sunday. I've got nothing more to add, people. So you lot let me know your thoughts and all those good things. Big up Arsenal and everyone connected. Peace. Always